Hello and a very good afternoon to you. Welcome to this edition of Lunchtime News coming to you live on MTV Sports. I'm Shani Rangpati. Let's start off with a look at your headlines. Minister Basil Rajapaksa signs Gazette notification legalizing the Divinagama department. Group of Indian fishermen arrested for violating Sri Lankan maritime boundary. Number of overweight and obese people reach 1 billion in the developing world. Now for the stories in detail. Minister of Economic Development Basil Rajapaksa signed the Gazette notification legalizing the Divinagama Development Department. Therefore, operations of the Divinagama Department will commence today. Now, according to the Ministry of Economic Development, 1.8 million families and 5 million people will benefit from this department. The Divinagama Act was challenged in the Supreme Court. However, it was approved in Parliament by a majority of 117 votes. 24,082 Samurdhi workers and around 26,000 public servants attached to 5 institutions will be absorbed into the Divinagama department, while the public servants will be given pension funds and will also be entitled to other privileges. The Divinagama Development Department will function under Director General through 25 district officers. The department was created to integrate the Samurdhi Commissioner General's Department, the Upcountry Rural Rehabilitation Department, Sri Lanka Samurdhi Authority, Sri Lanka Upcountry Development Authority, as well as the Southern Development Authority. 25 Indian fishermen have been arrested off the seas of Mannar by the Sri Lankan Navy along with 5 boats. Navy media spokesperson Commander Kosala Warnakulasuriya said that 10 of the fishermen from the group arrested last evening had been brought to Mannar and were handed over to the Fishing Investigations Officer along with 2 boats. The Navy media spokesperson said that steps have been taken to take the remaining fishermen along with the 3 other boats to Kalpitia. The Coastguard Police was able to uncover a cache of arms and ammunition during a raid conducted last night in Vennapur. A woman was taken into custody in connection to the discovery.
The operation launched by the Coastguard Police, which commenced at 5 p.m. yesterday, concluded this morning. During the operation, police were able to seize a pistol, an air rifle and a weapon that could be fired underwater along with a stock of ammunition. The weapons were in the possession of a woman in the Kirimatian area in Kandevata, Coastguard. According to the police, the suspect's husband resides in Italy. The police suspect's husband may have brought the weapons into the country from Italy. The police added that 15 kg of Goda was taken into custody along with 2 persons.
Meanwhile, the police has commenced investigations to apprehend the suspects connected to the murder of an individual in the Rawatawata area in Mathura. The police said that 6 suspects who had arrived in a 3-wheeler carried out the murder and fled the scene. The murder was a result of a clash that took place between 2 factions. The police added that 2 more persons had sustained injuries as sharp weapons were used during the clash. In sports, it's cricket news. The 5th and final Ashes Test is currently underway at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Australia were bundled out for 326 runs in their first innings. England, who won the toss for the first time in the series, opted to give first release of the wicket to the Aussies. England got off to a brilliant start when they dismissed both the Australian openers for just 51 runs. David Warner was the first to fall when he was bowled by Stuart Broad for 16, while Chris Rogers was undone by Ben Stokes for 11. Captain Michael Clarke was the next to fall for 10 runs, and Shane Watson fell 7 runs short of a half-century when he was trapped in front by James Anderson. George Bailey followed Watson to the dressing room 2 overs later, scoring just 1 run. Brad Haddin was dismissed for a well-made 75 runs, while Steve Smith scored his 3rd Test century for his country to help recover the Australian innings. He was dismissed for 115 runs. Ben Stokes ended with figures of 6 for 99 runs for England.
It's about $370,000 as Mitchell Johnson scores one. Pressure on.
Now, batting in their first innings, England was 7 runs for the loss of 1 wicket just a short while ago. Now on to more cricket news. Day 2 of the first test between Sri Lanka and Pakistan is underway at the Sheikh Zayed Stadium in Abu Dhabi. Batting in their second innings, Sri Lanka were 226 runs for the loss of 4 wickets a short while ago. Sri Lanka, who were put to bat first, posted a first innings total of 204 runs, in which the Pakistanis scored 383 runs. At stumps on day 1, Sri Lanka were 186 runs for the loss of 4 wickets.
Likes to work. And on his way, Angelo Matthews. They have to be busy. But how these for those ones? Now when rotation or strike comes in, we talk about how difficult it is against left-handers and right-handers. There was a noise. But good take from Yunus Khan.
And that's wrap in Lunchtime News. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Shanjarang Pati. Goodbye and take care.
Hotline 0114 896 896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at newsfirst.lk.